Welcome to Topstep Funded Trader Interview. I'm Eddie Horn, and today we've got Lambert. Lambert has been on a long journey with Topstep and reaching the highest of peaks, going through the trading combine, going through the Express account, and getting that funded account, that live funded account. Now, before we get to Lambert, remember to have your pencil sharpened, ink in your pen, because remember, taking notes does benefit you down the road. Without further ado, let's bring in Lambert. Lambert, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I am fine. Come on, but you're good, just good. You're
Feeling a little tired. It's the end of the day right now for me.
okay.
So,
Okay. Well, end of the day. It's just the beginning of the day for me now. Tell us about yourself and what country are you from?
so I'm from South Korea, but I live in States in California. But currently, I'm back at my home country for a little bit. So right now, you can see it's dark in my room right now.
Okay. Well, welcome to our Top Step Funded Trader interview. Once again, here, thank you very much for coming on with us. And we're going to be talking about your journey in a bit, but let me ask you about what got you involved in this. What led you to pursue a career in trading?
So I was pursuing dentistry. That was my college major, and I had an opportunity to take some finance classes, and I was just very intrigued by how money works. And it was like my fourth year, and I was started following stock news or just any economic news in general, and I kind of made a decision like, okay, do I keep going with this dentistry thing or do I give up right now or just drop it and start a new journey? And I just decided to start a new journey. It was a hard decision. My family didn't like it a bit. I don't think they'll ever like it. Coming from Asian parents, it's a harsh environment. So yeah, that's how I got started in the trading business. Yeah.
What were you first trading? What was your first attraction?
It was just like um I started watching a lot of like films, a lot of like clips on YouTube about like finance. And one of the movie that I watched was The Big Short and it was just like I started learning about that 2008 financial crisis, and it was just mind blowing to me. It was just because like I've always heard about it, and I was like, okay, what is shorting? And I started to learn about it. It was like step by step, and that's how I got to current day where I'm currently trading futures. But
Okay.
that was the starting point for me. Yeah.
Now, what's the preferred market you trade and
Um,
why?
I like to trade the ES Nasdaq. Those are the two like market that I trade. Anything else I kind of observe like Dow Jones for reference, but that's
Yeah.
about it. But I started with ES. Recently I've been getting into Nasdaq. I've been having like ups and downs, still getting into that adjustment period. So yeah, those are the two markets.
Now you say adjustment period. Is it now I noticed that the S&P is and the Nasdaq and the Dow.
Mhm.
I mean, they all run together. Now, was
They
it
do.
the speed of the
Mhm.
markets, the volatility? Is that what you need to get used to?
Yes, the volatility and I guess the target point, because sometimes like they move, they make higher highs, but some market doesn't like they don't make higher highs.
Right.
So it's just kind of like that. You just have to like kind of like compare and contrast of like what the markets are doing and kind of see if they're in tandem or not.
Okay. Now you said that you sort of got sucked into trading with just watching the news,
Yeah.
and that sort of built the attraction.
Yeah.
Um, how do you stay up to date on market trends and news?
So I focus a lot. Like I was like, okay, there's like a PPI number coming out or CPI, and I need to be prepared for whether it's gonna go up or down. Like I was just so focused on just that news, economic news, or any kind of like finance news that I lost a lot of money doing that. And now I kind of shifted my focus to just price action. And I feel like I've gotten better result like when I made that switch.
Right.
Uh, but these days I just read it as like a reference. I was like, oh, like this is like what's going on.
Right.
Like this week there's gonna be FOMC minutes. And I would rather not trade that because I burned my account so many times, like trading FOMC. And I tell myself no FOMC and no CPI. And yeah.
Once bitten, twice shy. I mean, this is something that we need to learn to.
Yeah.
A lot of traders, they can't wait to jump on that number, and it's so sporadic and random.
Mhm.
You're betting the farm, and you got to be really careful. See, it's you want to preserve your capital, you want to save your account.
Yes.
So I mean, it's a good choice that you made. Now, could you walk us through your typical trading day?
So there's a time zone difference for me. So I work during the daytime,
Okay.
and when the market opens, it's about 10:30 p.m. So I stay up until about 2 or 3 a.m., which is about like noonish, like that lunchtime.
Okay.
And I try not to trade the afternoon session because I get too tired during the daytime. So that's like my time zone. But I'm in my house right now and I just have my laptop and that's about it. That's my trading setup and my trading day goes.
I guess that's all you need because you've gotten to where a lot of traders want to be. So you don't need that big setup, 6 monitors and so forth. But um, that's good. That's good. Minimum. What they say, less is more, right? Less is
Less is
more.
more for me. Yes.
There you go. Now let me ask you about risk. Obviously, this business is all about risk.
Right.
How do you manage your risk in your trades?
Mm. So that's the part I'm still trying to figure out. I'm not still there fully.
Okay.
Well, one thing I learned was that I tend to risk a lot before, but I didn't know what I was risking on. It was more of like betting more than just like that's the thing. Like people always talk about, oh, how much risk, but I feel like the another question that should be asked is like, what are you risking on? Are you risking on, like your idea or like the market's idea, like something like that? And I started to wait until what the market showed instead of trying to predict what the market was trying to show. And after that, my risk management went better. But I still had trouble where sometimes I just lose that what do you call it? Discipline. And I go back to my old ways. And those are the days where I just burn my accounts and almost hit my limit loss. But yeah, I think that's where my journey goes as far as the risk management.
You mentioned discipline. It's so very important.
Yes.
And when I talk to my traders that I coach, I'm always telling them to have that second voice.
Mhm.
Question yourself. Should I be doing this? Why am I doing this? Is this in my game plan? And a lot of times, I mean, that's how I learned myself that I can catch myself doing something silly, revenge trading, or if the emotions tend to hijack my account. I'm questioning myself, why am I doing this? Am I supposed to? Is it impulse? Am I improvising? And that usually saves me a lot. So take that with you, keep that with you. Now, strategies. Okay.
Mhm.
You got to a point at Top Step, like I mentioned before, where a lot of traders are shooting for. What
Mhm.
trading strategies do you use?
So I just want to say, first thing first, I use no indicators at all.
Okay.
I just have a blank sheet of paper. That's how I like to trade, minimalistic, it goes into the chart as well. My strategy, there's a guy named ICT. He kind of talks about price action and how the price is delivered in certain at certain time. And that's the three thing. So three strategy I have is like time, which is the New York time zone, Europe time zone. And I like to look at the liquidity, whether it's like sell side or buy side. And three is just pure like price action, like fair value gap or like breaker blocks, things like that. Um, and I try to kind of like articulate on those like small group of strategies because
Mhm.
if I start jumping around like this, oh, someone said this what do they call it, indicator is so good, like 80% hit rate or whatever. And people tend to get sucked into that and pay hundreds of dollars just for an indicator. And
Right.
I was I never bought one, thankfully, but I was so tempted because this guy's on the social media talking about, oh yeah, this indicator made me like thousands of like dollars in like 15 minutes. And once you see that, it's really drawing. So I guess my fourth strategy is get off social media. There you go.
Right. Well, you know what? There's a lot of snake oil out there,
Yep.
and I mean, you've got to filter out. And you've made it to a point using a different technique. And I got to give you credit on that. I mean, that's something that I myself I use indicators still. But it depends. If it works for you, use it. Okay, no matter what it is, use it. Keep using it. How about this? Now, I know this is probably one of your secrets, but I know that we're all listening, wanting to know how Lambert determines when to enter and exit a trade.
So when I decided to enter is time. Time is very essential.
Okay.
I wait when the market opens at 9:30 a.m. I unless there's something like very obvious for me to like enter in, I enter early. But usually like let's say like 60-70% of the time, I try to wait until 9:45 to like 9:50. And that's where the picture kind of gets, more like clear for me where to enter. And I tend to get out around 10 to 11 a.m. before the what do you call it, the lunchtime in New York. And sometimes it reverses, or sometimes it kind of continues into the afternoon session. And I try to cut it off before the lunchtime. And if I see the market is gonna just keep going up or like keep going down, I just have a run on up and I just go to sleep, have my target at like a reasonable like let's say like 5 points or 10 points, and I just let it ride. And if I get stopped out at a break even, let it be.
Let it be. Just like the
Yep,
Beatles said, let it be. Let
let
it
it be.
be. All right. Now, we've been talking about how you've gone through the trading combine,
Mhm.
passing step one and step two, getting to the express account. And then you got to the funded account. What got you to that point? And give us a little update. What's going on?
Okay. So my past 2 days have been not very great, to
Okay.
be honest. Um, so I got funded before. This is my second funded account. Um, I guess this is anxiety and over confidence, I guess. Like for example, like yesterday, I was up very, very big, but there was like this number that I wanted to hit, or this number that I wanted to like see on my account.
Target.
Yes. And I was just like, okay, I could get it right now because it hit my objective, but it didn't hit my figures. And once you start focusing on the figures, like you just completely lose your mind. And I noticed myself and I keep my journal right here, like notebook wise.
Okay. Good.
And I write down whether I have a lost day or like a winning day, just like what my thinking process was. And when the week ends, I look back and see like what I was thinking. And when I look back, it's just like nonsense. Like most of the times, it's like, did I really think that way? Like I was really like irrational. And yeah, I'm still learning. I'm not perfect. No one is. We're still human. And the main goal right now is to get my mental shift back to how I used to be, and stop thinking about where I am right now, which is where I lost where I lost money like past few days, like, and I'm trying to not let that get into my heart, which is like the main point I think that we should all um strive to have.
I like what you're doing. You've got that journal. You're making yourself accountable. Accountability is so important here.
Right.
And a lot of people, I don't journal. I don't journal. Take time to journal because this is a good example that Lambert has that he's gone back and taken a look and seen, what have I did before? What do I need to change now? Can it happen again? And that's a good sign of a great trader. Okay.
Thank you.
Doing the work, reviewing oneself, and it's going to keep you moving forward, Lambert. I'm very happy to see that you're doing that. Now, let's make somebody else happy. You got a new trader saying, "Hey, there's Lambert, Candy Lambert's here." That guy knows how to trade.
Mm.
What words of wisdom would you share with this new trader?
I feel like anyone could trade, like anyone. Like I seem like for me, this is how I see the market. Someone said that a market is a mirror, and you're just seeing a reflection of yourself when you look at the charts.
Well,
That really hit me. And I would say look around you and tell me how you're living your life and how you're disciplined. Are you disciplined at all? Like, are you, in general? And I feel like if you don't even have your life together, I don't think you can ever trade with the rational mindset. And I think that's where I would tell the person to start. It's like, okay, before you look at any kind of indicators or how to use them or whatever, look at yourself. Are you ready to take the risk? Are you ready to, win? Are you like ready to lose? Like, if you're not ready for that kind of like emotional, like up and downs and be able to stay still, then you're never going to be able to trade this market because this market will get to you.
that's some definitely wise words of wisdom like that. Okay. Now, Lambert, I want to thank you for being here with us. And Topstep's very proud to have traders like you moving through the program the way you have. Let me ask you, has Topstep made you a better trader?
I'm going to say yes. At first, I was like kind of complaining, like, okay, because like I wanted to take more risks. And I was like, okay, 3,000 is not enough for me. But then I realized, okay, is 3,000 the problem or me over leveraging the problem? And once you start that like shift in mindset, you realize like, okay, Top Step is helping me to stay disciplined and not over leverage. Because what I'm trying to do is trying to become a millionaire in one day. Like, trying to hit that big home run type of stuff.
Right.
Instead of letting my accounts or my discipline stack, I'm just, like trying to like go for a home run. And I feel like Top Step really helped me like with staying disciplined. And I know there are a lot of rules and stuff like that. And I needed that. I really did because I couldn't have kept myself disciplined or kept myself ruled under the rule. And being under Top Step, I'm really grateful for the opportunity. And I'm really glad that I got to this point, and I hope to sustain this account and keep, what do you call it? Making money.
Keep making money, man. Making money. That's what it is. How could you
That's all
forget
it's
that?
about.
What was it? Oh, yeah, that's right. We're here to make money. Money. That's all right. That's right. So, all right. Um, one more question,
Go ahead.
and then I've got our fun question we're going to get to.
Okay.
Let me ask you, what do you like most about Top Step? Is it the handsome guy over here, or is it something else?
Definitely you're up there, sir. You're definitely up there. But I one thing I really loved was like the customer service. Whenever I had a question or whenever there's a problem, it would just like quick, right away. And I was just like, wow, I cannot believe how like personal they are and how helpful they are to my journey. And
Right.
I felt really like appreciated. Like I know there are thousands of like people out there trying to reach you guys like every single day. And I felt like I'm just one individual and you guys are like spending so much time with me like this. And I just felt so grateful that there was someone supporting you, not financially, but emotionally. And that's something like one need, especially when you're
Right.
trading alone. And yeah, thank you, Topstep. That's all I can say.
All right, cool. I tell you, we got a great support team, and they honestly they work really, really hard. I know that um they put together a great group of people, and
Mm.
it's good that people like you can respect that, and likewise we respect you. So all right, my friend Lambert, you ready for your fun question?
Let's get to it.
All right, Lambert's walking along the beach early in the morning, and he finds a magic lamp that was along the shore. Now,
Mm.
Lambert knows the story, but just for kicks, he picks it up, rubs it, and yes, a genie pops out and grants you two wishes. Yeah, I know it's usually three, but it's the recession. You only get two. Now, what two are those wishes?
Uh, I feel like going for the money is like too cliche, you know? It's like the easiest answer you could ever have, but one thing I really want to do is I want to just become the person that I want to be. Like I just it's so far ahead of me that I just want to be that person so badly right now. Like
Okay.
staying disciplined or, having the right mindset all the time. And that's like the hardest part of human nature. And I'll just wish for, I want to become the person that I always like thrive to be. And the second wish, I'm into a lot of cars. Probably 69 Mustang. I like
Ooh,
to go for the classics.
okay.
I would wish for that one of those restored ones. Oh my goodness, they sound
Boss
just
302 or something like that.
yeah, something like I like any classic cars. Like I just cannot. So
You like
yeah,
those muscle cars. All
I
right.
love those muscle cars.
Okay. No. Okay. Cool. So see, he averted money. It was too cliche. He averted money, but that second wish, if it was money, he'd probably get a fleet of those Mustangs. But I don't,
Mm-mm.
I don't know. That's okay. Greed is evil, and you're not being greedy, so that's good. All right. Well, Lambert, any closing comments here before we call it?
I just want to thank you guys, especially you, Eddie, for giving this spotlight for me to speak out. Just talking to you in general just helped me reflect and learn a lot more about who I am as myself. And thank you guys, seriously.
All right. Likewise to you, my friend. All the best. Keep moving forward. And the Top Step family's here for you whenever you need us. But I'd like to thank everybody for joining us. Don't forget to like and subscribe to this channel. Until we meet again, I'm Eddie Horn. Stay focused, stay positive, trade well, and take care.